To understand this place, you have to understand tuberculosis. TB, at the time Colorado Springs was founded, was one of the leading killers in the country and around the world. And because we are a high, dry climate with lots of sun, where you can essentially be outdoors 12 months of the year, we actively marketed ourselves as a destination for tuberculosis patients.
There were upwards of anywhere between 15 to 18 TB facilities at any one time, dotting the landscape surrounding Colorado Springs.
We are sitting on the mezzanine porch in front of the Union Printers Home that looks over Colorado Springs and Pikes Peak.
The Union Printers Home was the world's largest tuberculosis care facility for printers who had contracted a type of tuberculosis known as printer's lung, and it opened in 1892. The home had transitioned from a facility for union members to an elder care facility that closed just recently, and we're waiting to see how that facility and the beautiful grounds will be reinvented.
It's a great structure that hopefully can find a new and improved and modern use, but retain the historic architecture.
Every time we open up a new door or a nook in here, we're finding all sorts of things. There's a group of 6 families, if you will, that really pooled together and saved Union Printers Home from being sold to outside developers, maybe scraped, who knows. The whole project really is a labor of love. It's a passion project for the community. So my role at the very beginning was really to secure the place, just to make sure that nothing was leaving, kind of look at some of the historic stuff. And the sheer amount of things that we have uncovered and organized, grouped, salvaged, saved is just, I mean, it's overwhelming. There's hundreds and hundreds of old photos and the history behind this place. There are hundreds of pictures of the different iterations of the building. This is when the sanatorium tents, the tuberculosis tents were there. This is every person that has come in here. This particular one is 1935, all their names in script. This literally is 130 years worth of history, of photos, of artifacts. I mean, there are boxes and boxes of letters, receipts, all the way back to 1892. If you just open up any one of these, everything from letters to individuals or to the director, Western Union telegraphs. The volume here was nothing that I ever expected. It's taken on a whole new meaning of preservation, organization, cataloging, and just trying to figure out what to do with it all.
We haven't even touched these boxes. I don't even know what's in them.
There are several things in here that have just literally taken my breath away. A 48-star flag that's almost brand new. There is a book that is about, when I say a book, it's a compilation about this big and about this thick that I call the Holy Grail of every single article, magazine mention, pamphlet, or whatever about the opening of this place. There's small rule books that you were given. The Book of Rules, which were handed to people when they walked in, 1929. Residents are required when able to assist in keeping the buildings and grounds in order and to perform such duties as required. And as soon as you came in, you were given some dog tags that got put on your furniture, and they're leather and brass. This is a typical room that would house 1 or 2 people. They were called to meals 3 times a day. The original vision of this place also includes this area back here as the courtyard. The second phase then of just cleanup has then moved into the 3 buildings in back, 2 of which, the dorms and the sanatorium, had not been in use for 4 decades. So the stuff that we're finding in there is just is amazing. You pick this stuff up just off the floor. Colorado Springs Typographical Union number 82, Colorado Springs, May 12th, 1904. The whole project itself is going to be determined here in the next few months. But the only thing that we really know and can say is that it's going to be really cool, and it's going to be more open to the public. It's going to open up the history of this whole place in some adaptive reuse.